turning Westfield's neighborhoods into fiberhoods. On the web at whipcityfiber.com.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Noble Hospital, a brand new name for a Westfield institution which is improving the health of our community every day with quality and compassion. Noble Hospital and Bay State Health, better together.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
He rules the roost on Thursday from 6 till 10. It's Patrick Berry.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
Good morning, Westfield. Welcome to Tiger Talk Live, all things Westfield Technical Academy. Here in the flow with Rob and Joe. Good morning, Mr. O'Leary.
Good morning, Mr. Langone. Are we in the flow? Are we truly in the
flow?
flow?
You know, a lot of moving parts this morning, that's for sure.
We will be in the flow soon enough.
Very busy week. I was just saying while we were off the air, I had a couple. I feel like I'm at sixes and sevens, as the old saying goes. A couple of lost days this week. Being out Monday, I was attending Mayor Sarno's mother's funeral and kind of directing the flow of traffic during the Requiem Mass. I want to make sure that we send out our condolences to our neighbor up the turnpike, Mayor Sarno, who's always a good friend to local communities and businesses. We want to extend our deepest condolences for the loss of his mother, Clara. And then yesterday I was in Leominster for a dropout early warning meeting sponsored by the Department of Education, which was good stuff. But 2 days in the same week after just getting back from paternity week, it's like never an opportunity to catch your breath.
Yeah, and it's
You-
not
you know how it feels.
and it's not slowing down in the neck of the woods here.
God knows that. We're all kinds of things doing
All
this
kinds
week. State competitions for Skills USA begin tomorrow.
Right.
We got a pretty sizable contingent of folks going with Mrs. Maureen Belargen and some of our other faculty members heading down to Marlborough for skills competition. We're excited and hopeful that they're going to bring back a lot of medals and maybe even some news that one, two, or several of our kids will be able to qualify for nationals.
Yeah.
We had one last
We
year.
did have one
or
last
two
year.
last year. I'm sorry, two. So it would be great to be able to do that again. Geez, what else is going on?
Well, we're recruiting the next class coming in, and we're proud to say that we're going to be somewhere in a ballpark of 150 and 160 freshmen coming in, which our enrollment we're at the max. We couldn't take any more if we wanted to.
It's true. We're physically the facility is packed to the gills.
So I'm in the throes of that, which is an interesting dynamic because we not only serve students from South Middle and North Middle, but also West Springfield and Long Meadow and certainly Gateway and Agawam and Southwick and Granville and Tolland. So we've got many students coming from a lot of different communities. So that's a challenging dynamic, making sure all the paperwork's in compliant and all that. So we're ready to rock and roll with that.
Right, and this will be our last year. Speaking of admissions, our last year doing admissions between two schools. Next year, things will be streamlined because we'll only be doing admissions with the 7-8 school that will be cited at what is currently South Middle School. So we'll have some new dynamics next year, but hopefully that process will be it'll make your life a little easier.
It will make my life a little easier, and we're so excited, from a guidance perspective, because of the logistics of South Middle being right down the road, we are just so excited to do some integration projects with them and get those students and those teachers over to our campus more and get our students and our instructors over to whatever the new name is going to be, to really start that kind of career awareness really earlier. It needs to start in 6th and 7th grade, and
at least.
And by 8th,
At least.
it's nice to know what school you're going and why you're going, purpose behind what you're taking. So yeah, selfishly I'm excited, but also I think for the good of the students and their future and their planning, and giving school a meaning and a purpose and making some decisions for the right reason is going to be huge. So I'm excited,
agree.
and
I
I
think
know
it's gonna be very
our
beneficial.
shop instructors are very excited as well. So it's going to be good stuff.
Awesome. And
Yeah.
grad prom around the corner, couple of weeks.
Prom,
semi-formal graduation. I'm already getting ready to send an order for invitations for graduation. Started working on my speech actually when I was out on paternity leave, because that comes very quickly, and that's going to be a crazy week. We got MCAS that week. Oh my God, it's going to make summer vacation look really tasty.
Yeah, yeah.
But we'll get through it. We always do.
It's game on now.
Game on. Downhill
Game
slide
on.
for sure. All right, so what's on the docket for today?
Well, I'll tell you, we got a lot of stuff going on. The blood drive's going on. We got a car show coming up. Got some exciting,
Forgot the car show.
exciting things with some early college. But
Trying to remember the date. May 11th, is that?
the car show,
Yeah.
19th,
19th.
same day as the
Week
the
ahead of
flat
myself. 11th is prom.
Run Fast Flat 5, and the semi-formal and the car show and you
Car
name it.
show sponsored, of course,
Semi-formal's the day before. The semi-formal's the day Friday.
Correct.
I know the DJ for that one.
Are you working at?
No.
Okay.
My son is.
I'll see him there then.
Car show, of course, we want to acknowledge our motorsports club, which is really an awesome venture for a lot of reasons, but for me the most important is because it represents a collaboration among three shops, right? It's Auto Tech, Auto Collision, and manufacturing.
Right.
So they are putting into practice sort of what is an administrative priority for our team for the building in terms of making sure that folks get out of their four walls and talk to each other and work with each other and figure out how their programs, their curricula, their priorities interface, and they do interface with each other. So it's a really, I couldn't be prouder of that venture for that reason alone, and for many others. So I would definitely want to acknowledge Dustin Rainey from Auto Tech, Alvin Brown from Auto Collision, and Jamie Coggin from Manufacturing for really pulling that together this year. They've done an awesome job in a very short period of time.
So that's going to be a fun day in Westfield. So that is Saturday, May 19th from 10 to 2, right on Smith Ave. Show cars, it's a $10 minimum donation if you want to bring your vehicle in and show it off. Spectators are free, 50-50 raffle. There's some awards. It's also the same day as the 5K that's been going on the last couple years, which I've actually run every year, and it's fun. We start at the college, we run downtown, and there's vendors out and food.
I may join you this year, although my running days are behind me. I may have to walk it.
It's okay. That's it's all about the spirit of it. Adult beverages, if you will. The last couple of years we've had beautiful days, so they'll come check out the city. Run, car show, lot of good fun stuff.
Make a day of it, really.
So that is May 19th.
All right. We got sidewinded. I did that. I hoodwinked us. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We were about to dive into what was on the docket for today's show, and we kind of...
Well, let's do this. We'll introduce our guests. Throughout our show, we'll sprinkle in some other public service announcements.
God knows we have a few.
We also have a blood drive going on as we speak. Emily White might stop in and talk about that.
I just saw Emily in the hallway on the way in.
Yeah.
So.
But let's introduce
She
Coach.
says, where you been?
Hoodwinking me again.
She says, where you been? And I said, I was on a paternity leave. And she said, you had a baby? I said, no, but my wife did.
Right?
This is going to be called the Squirrel Show from now on.
Squirrel. Yep.
All right.
My ADHD is coming out. I apologize.
Who do we got with us, Joe? Come on.
So sitting to your left, these two fine, handsome gentlemen, Mr.
All
O'Leary.
right. So first, I'm going to introduce Dante Bongiovanni.
One of us, if you will.
Yes, one of our, one of our great students here, senior manufacturer. He's been out on co-op. He's been a pleasure to have at our school the last 4 years. So, Dante, welcome to the show. You've been on before, correct?
Actually, I haven't.
You haven't?
Oh, you never forget your first time on the Robin Joe show,
right.
Dante.
Yeah.
And Coach Eck from our baseball team.
I've been here.
Yeah.
Coach Eck is a previous participant, if you will.
Yeah. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Mrs. Romani's reached out to me 2 or 3 weeks ago, told me what was going on. Asked if you thought it'd be appropriate to be on the show. We said absolutely. We love stories like this and all the great things we're doing. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And Coach, we'll turn it over to you. And
I think what we're going to talk about mostly today is our benefit game coming up next week on the 1st, May 1st at 7:00. We play Gateway over at Bullens Field, newly renovated Bullens Field. It's a great place to play now. And this year, the benefit that we're raising money for is suicide prevention. Dante had a personal issue, a family loss last year due to a suicide. I've had family losses in the past, and Dante came to me and asked if that would be a good idea to raise funds for that, and I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
So we started the ball rolling last fall, and we've been selling the jelly bracelets for $1 to raise money. Right. We're also going to have some T-shirts. We're accepting donations. There's going to be a 50-50 raffle at the game. Westfield Babe Ruth's going to be making a donation from the concession stand that night. So the ball's rolling. Our goal was $2,000. Last year we raised money for Alzheimer's awareness. And our goal
I was just going to say, I wanted to remind folks that this is sort of a tradition that the charity aspect is a tradition that began last year.
It did. We had a couple seniors last year, and Alex Sparks and Nick Clegg who had some family issues with Alzheimer's, and they approached me last year to see if we could do something like this, and obviously I said yes, and they did a great job organizing it.
Did, yeah.
Our goal was $1,000 last year, and we went over $2,000.
Great.
So really proud of what we did last year. Hopefully we continue this every year moving forward.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And I love the fact that it's the players that step up and
Sure.
and want to keep this going. So
the Suicide Prevention Foundation was nice enough to donate some wristbands to us. We hand them out to all the players, and it's their requirement to go sell the bands. And if they sell out, they can certainly get more and sell some more, which a lot of the kids have done. So,
very good. That sounds great. So, how just talk about Dante a little bit here. What's been going on? How's co-op going?
It's good.
Yeah. And where are you working?
Aero Gear in Windsor, Connecticut.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our newer locations.
Yeah, I was the first student.
And what are your plans? What are your plans after?
Probably just to work, honestly.
Stay there?
Yeah. Yeah. Stay
Did
there.
they offer you a job yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I liked it there, so it works.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
What are you doing in your co-op position? What kind of skills are you utilizing, just so folks have a sense of what's happening?
Yeah, I'm running CNC grinders and stuff like that. So I definitely, from what I've learned in manufacturing, has totally helped a lot for that aspect of it. Yeah.
Very good.
Awesome.
Very good.
lucky to have them.
Any additional training that they provide you within the context of your co-op? So you're working, but are they showing you new skills at this point?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm constantly learning new machines there and stuff, so they're really helpful and stuff. Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Mr. Langoni, loss of words?
8:19 on WSKB.
That's odd.
That look of pregnant pause on your
Yes.
face. It caught me off of my guard.
How's the team doing this year, guys?
Good.
Yeah?
We're doing good.
How we doing, Dante?
The funny
How we
thing
doing?
is, that's the direction I was headed in, and I lost
Why
my
don't- why don't we
could not
take-
board the train of thought this morning.
Why don't we take the break and we'll come back with
Oh,
that.
that sounds great.
Regroup, if you will. All right.
Yeah.
Producer Pete has given me a great save here, so we're going to pay a couple of bills, and we'll be back. Stay
Super.
tuned.
Wanted someone who kissed me and held me closely, then stole my heart. Wanted someone I trusted who gave no warning we'd ever part. She was last seen hiding out in someone's arms. He knew nothing of the danger in her charms. A jury may find her guilty, but I'd forgive her if I could see a signed confession that she's repented and really wanted no one but me. Wanted someone who kissed me and held me closely, then stole my heart. Wanted someone I trusted who gave no warning that we'd ever part. She was last seen hiding out in someone's arms. He knew nothing of the danger in her charms. A jury may find her guilty, but I'd forgive her If I could see a signed confession that she's repented and really wanted no one but me.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Commercial Distributing Company of Westfield. Now in its third generation of family ownership, Commercial is one of the premier beverage distributors of Western Massachusetts. The Plasek family and the staff of Commercial Distributing wishes you good times throughout the year and urges you to drink responsibly. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Wally Computer Associates, one of the largest technology providers in North America. Headquartered in Southwick, Wally provides all of the products and services that you'd expect from a world-class technology partner to schools, colleges, businesses, as well as state and local governments and agencies. Wally Computer Associates, meeting all of your technology needs. On the web at WCA.com. Underwriting support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Greater Westfield Chamber of Commerce, the voice of business for the Greater Westfield communities. Informing, educating, advocating, the Chamber provides opportunities for members to make meaningful connections on local, regional, and state levels. For more information on the Chamber's many events, workshops, and programs, as well as the benefits of membership, visit westfieldbiz.org. The Chamber focuses on the most important economy, yours. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
And we're back with Tiger Talk Live, all things Westfield Technical Academy. Back in the flow with Rob and Joe. Unfortunately, a regrouped Rob and Joe.
Are we truly back? Because I don't.
Does anybody know what time it is?
Does anyone really care?
I didn't know what time it was, then I met you. Oh, what a lovely time it was.
Your staff is rolling their eyes now.
I know they are. I'm sure after the last number that was played. But as I said, with three Italians sitting around the table, how could you not play Perry Como, right?
Dante's ready to go back to class.
Yeah. It's a learning experience for the younger generation of Italians who may not know who Perry Como is yet, not know the wonder of his musical charms. But anyway.
We have a far-reaching audience.
Yeah, we do.
8 to 80, if you will. Although if you're 8 and listen to this, you
should be in school.
Yeah. Anyway, so, all right, welcome back, Dante.
Thank you.
And Coach Eck from our baseball team. We've got a couple public service announcements before we kind of get back. On May 19th, we have our WTA Car Show. It's a fundraiser to benefit our Moto Sports Club. It's on 33 Smith Ave here at the school. Also the day of the Westfield Fast 5K. I think that's what it's called. I'll get it right.
Fast Flat 5K.
Fast Flat 5.
Yes.
Thank you, Producer Pete.
You're welcome.
So that's going to be a great day in Westfield.
It's all downhill from there.
Literally. Literally.
Upper campus?
Yeah, upper campus on the hill. Yes. Also, Tiger's Pride today, Thursday, April 26th. Stop by. The restaurant is open. We have some great soups. We have a baked potato chowder or a beef goulash soup. As always, a fresh garden salad made with our farm-to-table produce from our horticulture department, reducing that carbon.
Speaking of integration.
Reducing that carbon footprint. With some great homemade dressings. We have a broiled shrimp Caesar salad. We have some marinated shrimp on skewers served on crisp romaine lettuce. The safe stuff, because we grow it in-house.
That's right.
So fear not. You can eat our romaine, and you should have...
our romaine won't give you ptomaine.
That's right.
Oh, boy.
And chicken carbonara. Always good.
I couldn't resist the rhyme. I'm
it's
sorry.
It's going to be one of those shows.
You had to take it. I don't know. All right. So the chicken carbonara, always good for the heart. A beautiful blend of cheese, white wine, cream sauce, tossed with spaghetti and some beautiful bacon and garlic in there. We have a broiled flank steak. Oh, wow. Big menu today.
Oh, yeah. Extensive.
Barbecue bacon cheeseburger and a variety of cold sandwiches and grilled sandwiches. We always have the Reuben, the tuna melt. So I think the sun's going to come out today. I hope.
Patrick kept saying that during his show. So
come
we'll
on
go
down.
with that.
Tigers Pride's open. Our students this week, they are rock stars. So come and say hi. The place looks beautiful. We got our new tile, our tables, our chairs, and come to Tigers Pride and enjoy a beautiful lunch today.
And if you're not available today, you're certainly welcome to stop by tomorrow for the weekly Friday buffet.
Sure. Yeah. And also, too, before we jump back into our baseball topic.
Speaking of luncheon.
Yeah, speaking of luncheon. And this is advertised on our marquee out front, but on May 11th, we will be hosting our first ever alumni tour and lunch. It starts about 9:30, so you have about an hour and a half to visit all 12 of our technical shops, and then we're going to have a nice little luncheon here in Tigers Pride. We are capping it at 20 folks for the first one. All right, we're almost about a third of the way there. So if you're around on May 11th, I believe that's a
Friday. That's
Friday.
That's the same day as prom.
That's correct. Friday the 11th. If you're around, if you're an alumni, if you want to see all the great things happening, come on by. You can give me a call at 572-6533. You can email me, stop in the school. And I just got to send a shout out to the alumni committee. Bethany Brock has done a fabulous job gathering all the folks that have, graduated over the year to put together this alumni committee, and they've just got some great ambition and some wonderful objectives going on.
A lot of energy in that newly constituted group.
Yeah, and they're going to be rolling out a couple of events, and they want to have a presence at graduation, and they're going to be doing some scholarships for our current students, and I think it's just a great way to connect with the folks over the years that have graduated. It's been many different names, but kind of always one mission and cause. So just a shout out to Beth and her efforts. So, yeah, if you're interested in coming May 11th, see the school, having a great lunch, get in contact with us, and would love to show off all the great things we do here.
What else do you have in your pile? Forensic anthropology, if you will.
Yeah.
You're diversifying your portfolio, it seems.
It's been quite busy. Yeah. We want to get the word out. We are doing some incredible work with HCC and STIC and Westfield State in particular, and Mrs. Bean, who is the district college and career person, but in particular I had a great meeting with Krista Fuller, who is now hired for HCC, and basically Holyoke Community College is offering free summer classes to any of our current 9th graders, 10th graders, 11th graders, and even our seniors.
And actually has been.
They have been, and there's really a push to get our students involved early on. It's over the summer. They're free. They're just for career technical schools.
That's right.
And it comes, not to get too technical, but the money comes through some federal money called Perkins, which is strictly earmarked just for vocational schools. But, you could take something as simple as career planning and get 1 college credit, introduction to health careers for 3 credits, and the forensic.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
4 credits.
Yeah, for 4 credits. And free college credits. You can't beat it. And, I just have an example here because I was doing some strategic planning, but we have a senior right now. She has already earned 19 college credits at a cost of 0. And this does not include any of her credits she will be able to articulate in her particular shop.
Just to give it a mathematical framework, that's, in terms of a bachelor's degree, that's roughly 1/6 of a bachelor's degree already taken care of,
Right.
which is phenomenal.
So if you're listening, if you're a parent, a grandparent, an aunt or uncle, if you have someone at Westfield Tech, encourage them to take these classes. We're going to be helping out with PVTA and transportation. We got a lot of really cool things going, but one of our whole missions here is to get our students college and career ready. And for the college piece, there's a way we can deliver college at the high school level that will save the students, your son and daughter, niece and nephew, time and money. And, you can't beat that. And we're so proud of our students.
And there are lots of pathways, articulated credits, free summer credits, the Westfield Promise that we're continuing to build and grow. Actually, a good time to say it, our crack assistant principal, Kevin Daly, will be joining you next Thursday because I have to go to Leominster again. Twice in 2 weeks. I mean, how often do you get to Leominster, right?
Not enough.
It's considered a quote central location.
I see.
But I'm going there for the Department of Ed's spring convening, whose focus this year is high quality college and career pathways. And I'm going with the contingent of the other participating districts who are working with Westfield State on the Westfield Promise. And hopefully we'll get some good news about some grant opportunities that we've applied for so that we can continue to grow and develop this relationship so that we can provide more of these opportunities for more of our kids. So looking forward to that meeting. But just again, it isn't just, a handful of limited opportunities here. There's a wide variety of opportunities that are available for people who are coming from different places financially, geographically, et cetera. So if you ever need to, just pick up the phone, call. You can call me, call Mr. O'Leary, call. We've got a lot of information that we can share with you if you're wondering sort of what direction you or your kid should be striking out in. And we're here and available to help.
Sure are, yeah.
Now, the HCC program is just for people that go to the school. Is it open to everybody in the city, or just
this particular offering is through what's called some Perkins funding, which is federal funding, which is earmarked strictly for technical schools.
Good.
So if you attend Westfield, Pathfinder, Putnam, you could take advantage of this.
Wow, that's great.
We have others in the district that Mrs. Bean's doing a great job with. That some of the high school kids can participate. And the whole goal, like Joe said, is just early college awareness, letting these parents know that college is very expensive. I mean, we're thinking of private schools now, upwards to $50,000 a year. Do the math.
That's probably
low.
cheap.
Do the math, 4 years, which usually kids don't do it in 4 years because they change. Right. So, there's this promise, this initiative. You got to take advantage of it.
Sure.
I don't know how else to say it. So, let us know if you got more information on that.
That's one thing I'm real impressed with this school is that there's so many opportunities for the students that go here.
There really is.
It's not like it was 20 years ago. It's you're lucky to go here.
Well, I think what's changed is that in addition to wider changes in society and the makeup of society, we're up against a skills gap that historically we've never confronted before. And the folks in the community, business, industry, the colleges, realize that the only way that gap is going to be closed is if they partner with us. We don't exist I don't know why anybody believes that we can anyway, but especially in the current climate, we can't all exist in isolation from each other. Our bottom line is their bottom line, and the reverse is true for them. We share a common goal, right? And the goal is to make sure that our society is strong and capable and skilled and civil. And part of fostering a civil, safe society is making sure that people can earn a living wage, and do so in a way that supports and sustains their integrity as human beings. That sounds like a very lofty goal, and it is. But none of us can do that separately from each other. We're in a situation where, for the good of our country, for the good of the Commonwealth, for the good of this community, we have to partner with each other. And that's just the reality. And the good news is that folks are becoming more aware of that, and as a result of that awareness, are extending themselves in ways that they never have before.
Right. And on that same topic, our director, Peter Tolumas, he's putting together just a very informal career day for seniors on the 25th, the last day of your shop. I know it's not going to impact some of you because you're on co-op, but again, just those seniors that they're not sure what the next step is. What Pete's doing is he's inviting all the unions in. And he's just going to expose them to the different union options. We've got a great relationship with Mass DOT. They've done some programs internally here. And again, like Joe said, just, we want to offer as much to our students as possible, whether it's college, whether it's career, whether it's union, whether it's military. Just let them know what's out there, and hopefully they'll grab something and go with it.
And not knowing, to be a senior and to say, I genuinely don't know what direction I think I should be moving in is not uncommon, and it's totally okay. Where things sort of fall off of the cliff is where you acknowledge that, and then you don't consider what options that you have in front of you. And that's why we're so insistent about reminding people of what's available, because we want folks to know what's in front of them and what they have to select from. And there's a lot. I mean, we reflect back, Mr. O'Leary and I are only a couple of years apart, so we were getting out of high school within 2 years of each other in the early 80s, and what was available to us?
I went to school to eat my lunch. And I don't say that,
I'm with you.
I mean, that was, Cathedral, 600 kids. I wasn't the rock star. I wasn't the troublemaker. I was at about 250, and nobody knew who I was, for good or for bad.
Sure.
Played some sports, and I just went through the motions, and, I ended up School of Hard Knocks, and that's okay.
Sure.
But
That's okay.
I wish I kind of had a little bit more of a purpose or focus, but...
And in my case, it was, you're going to college. Okay, well, I came from a blue-collar family. My father was a tradesman. He was a plumber. I was the first male in my immediate family to go to college, but I'm not exactly sure I knew why I was going to college other than the fact that my dad told me I was going to college. And once I got there and got settled into a living arrangement that I had no prior context for, I gradually started to figure it out. It would have been a whole lot more beneficial if I had figured some of it out on the front end. Sure. So that's sort of the leg up that you, Dante, and your classmates have now, is that you have a huge number of opportunities to figure a lot of the legwork out before you get into whatever it is you get into. Yeah. And that's certainly an opportunity I wish we had had.
Yeah. So before we jump back into baseball and this great fundraiser, Dante, share with the audience a little bit about, your thought process when you were in 8th grade. Did you know you wanted to come here? Did you know what shop you wanted? Is manufacturing in your family?
Yeah.
Take us through that.
Actually, at first, I wanted to do auto tech because my dad, likes cars and everything and like that. I always did too. But once I went through all the shops and everything, I totally decided to do manufacturing, because there's so much more jobs and so much more better ways, I guess, to get paid and stuff like that.
So you saw the correlation with the education and opportunities.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I know your instructors, the NATOs and Washington Coggin.
Yeah,
I mean, they do a great job presenting that industry, and of course our advisory board, is very strong.
Program advisory committee.
So did you know you wanted to come to the school when you were in 8th grade?
I had a pretty good understanding of the school, so I definitely wanted to, because I had no real intentions to go to college.
Okay.
As a college aspect.
Sure.
I wanted to just kind of get a job and start making money, for myself for the future.
Yeah.
So I was like, the Vogue's perfect for that.
Yep.
So I definitely.
What
chose
middle
that.
school did you come from?
I went to North.
Well, it certainly worked out great for you.
Yeah.
So that's good. Good for you. So back to baseball. Back to Coach Eck and you, and why you're here today. What do you got? What do you got going on? In the baseball world.
We have a game tomorrow in Springfield.
How you guys doing so far?
We're 3-2. We've had 3 pretty good games and 2 very bad games.
Okay.
That's we're putting behind us.
Sure.
Okay.
Moving forward.
That's right.
Learning games. We realize that we don't want to be on the losing end anymore. So
it doesn't feel good.
we practice pretty hard, and we have good attitudes.
Good.
Seems like everybody's having fun playing baseball.
Yeah.
So
how many seniors do you have this year?
I've got In the whole program, 6 seniors.
Okay.
Yeah. Got one on JV that hasn't played baseball before, and he accepts his role there.
That's
and then
great.
5 other ones on the varsity team.
Awesome.
All great leaders.
Yeah, very good.
kids.
Very good.
Let me interrupt Mr. O'Leary because producer Pete's giving me a signal that it's time for another break. So we'll pay some bills and we'll be back. Stay tuned.
Okay.
You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. See, don't ever set me free. I always wanna be by your side. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. See, don't ever set me free. I always wanna be by your side. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com. Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at bettsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Comcast and Xfinity.com, offering Xfinity TV, Internet, home phone, and home security services. Information on all that Xfinity has to offer in the Westfield area is available online at Xfinity.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey, we're back, Joe.
We're back talking about our
rodents.
rodent issues.
Yeah.
The
So
mouse.
it's not like that around
mouse
here.
in the pantry, if you will.
Yeah.
I'm at work, and my wife, a couple of days ago, my wife is texting me about there's a mouse in the mouse trap in the pantry. I said, so pick it up and throw it away.
Sure.
That's right.
No, it waited until I got home, and as
You
you
got
can imagine, he was a little pestiferous by the time I got there. But I understand you had some rodent issues
We did,
too.
yes, we did, and I bought the mouse traps at the dollar store, which are not.
You get what you pay
Yeah,
for.
so the mouse
Also-
gets the peanut butter right off it. My
It
wife's
didn't
like,
set the
so I had to reset it, and I had to be a little bit more sensitive, and I got him. But then this morning, another mouse ate the. Not good.
You've never seen a mouse laugh at you.
I
have you?
know. Yeah. So, anyways, all right, back
Pope
to
Francis.
You want to do that first?
Yeah,
okay,
because
sure.
I'm curious about what this.
Yeah, so this was interesting. So
Pope Francis, the high school, not the
Pope
successor
Francis.
of St. Peter.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was traveling last week, and we had a very early flight on Sunday out of Bradley, and we were in the TSA line, and I noticed a couple young folks, and they had their PF hat on, and a couple other middle-aged folks with them, and I said to myself, "Oh, they must be going on a trip, a chess player. I mean, didn't look like a volleyball team. There's only 3 of them, but it looked like they had a purpose, and whatever. Just noticed the hat and blah blah blah. So go through TSA, go to our destination. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. On Tuesday, my wife says, "Hey, will you pull out the laptop?" So I pull out the laptop, and it's one of the Mac Air books, and some guy's name comes up. It wasn't me.
Uh-oh.
And I know nothing about
Oh, boy.
Dante, I know nothing about technology. So stupid me, I say to my wife,
boy.
I said, well, honey, maybe it was the guy that stayed at the condo last week. And she's like, no.
You, my friend, have the wrong computer.
So she goes, that's not our computer. I'm like, it looks like our computer to me. So she immediately calls my 21-year-old daughter. We give my daughter the kid's name. She does Instagram. She does this. She does that. She does Facebook, blah, 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 blah. So about an hour ago, so my daughter's like, and my daughter's up in Boston. We're down in Florida. My daughter goes, if I hear from him, I'll let you know. So about an hour goes by, and now my wife is in panic mode because she's like, this is our life on the laptop. I mean, our bank accounts, her business. She goes, and there's professional laptop, So now she's got me panicky, and I'm not a panicky guy. And so now there's silence in our condo, and I'm edgy, and she's edgy, and it's like panic mode, and my life is flashing. I'm like, oh my gosh, what do we do? And then, so the old guy, the one that everybody laughs at, I Google the kid's name. And there was 2 of them that exist. One was a music writer for like Coldplay, and I'm like, oh, maybe he was in Hartford, and I'll get an autograph. And but then I see another one, and I don't want to say the kid's name on air, but so and so wins scholarship at Pope Francis. I yelled to my wife, I go, honey, I said,
I got it.
those
I
guys.
got it.
I said, it's Pope Francis. She goes, how do you know? I said, Googled them, and they were right in front of us. I called the headmaster.
Yep.
Oh, she goes, again.
Former Westfield superintendent, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my wife goes, she goes, you guys are on vacation this week. No one's going to be there. I said, they'll be there.
Who's the current headmaster?
I'll Google it.
So, long story short, I called the school, and I explained, I said, this might sound very odd to you, because I didn't want him to think I was, And he said, no. He goes, they're doing a mission down in Honduras, and let me call the parents and let me contact them. And he Instagrammed my daughter back that night, and I said, we're back in town on Sunday, and we will meet at Chipotle. And we did the old switcheroo. But he had not opened up his laptop.
So they had your laptop.
They had he grabbed my.
You're lucky they had yours.
We were right in TSA. We had the bins back to back, and he had grabbed my laptop.
Wow.
So first thing I did, I put a little smiley sticker on ours.
Yeah.
But we were very fortunate because it could have ended up anywhere.
Sure.
We just happened to be in front of us and outgoing. So, anyways, that's my Pope Francis divine intervention story. And we have Chris
All's well that
Chris
ended
Boyden,
well.
ladies and gentlemen. Chris, you coming on air? Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're doing the 9 o'clock
Oh,
show.
you're different division. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Superintendent spotlight.
Yeah, he's too good for us.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, sure.
Sorry, we're not offended in any way. I want you to know that.
So we got a few minutes left. We got Coach Eck, varsity baseball coach. We got Dante, senior. You got a very special event coming up on May 1st. Can you share it with the audience?
Suicide prevention benefit game. We're raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. There are a lot of horrible stats out there regarding suicide. I'm sure everybody's had some sort of experience with it. So it's close to everybody's heart, and it's a good cause.
So what will the night be like? You got 50-50 giveaways?
We're going to have 50-50 raffle. We're going to have the Booster Club is doing a lot of work. They're going to have a bake sale. All the money's going to go to the foundation. The gate, Mrs. Flaherty has waived the gate fee, but we're going to ask for a donation at the gate, and all that's going to go as well. The concession stand, which will be run by the Lions Club that night, will be a portion of that will be donated.
Nice.
I think they're going to have T-shirts for sale. So
Very nice.
It should be a good night.
Somebody's throwing out the first pitch?
Yep. Dante's mother, who actually lost her sister last year.
I see.
And my wife, who lost her brother 25 years ago.
Oh, isn't that something?
So-
Okay.
Awesome.
Very, very nice.
Minimum goal?
Minimum goal, we're looking to exceed $2,000.
And based on last year's,
it's in reach, no doubt about it.
yeah,
No doubt about
absolutely.
it.
So we encourage folks to come out and be generous, particularly given the nature of the charity. It's certainly something that all of us either have some direct, sadly, or some at least indirect experience with. So we encourage you to come out and be generous on behalf of our Tigers baseball program.
And you don't have to actually be at the game to make a donation.
Sure. Good point.
Give it to any of the kids or any of the coaches or anybody in the Booster Club.
That was my very next question. I'm as I had mentioned while we were at break, I'm not available to attend that night because I teach a class at AIC on Tuesday
Sure.
night. So I want to make sure that you hit me up for
Excellent. We will.
a donation before
That's
next
your
Tuesday
job, Dante.
comes.
Yeah.
That's your job.
Don't let me get away. Don't let me get away. Don't let me get away cheap.
Yeah, you guys got it. Next week you're in shot.
And
next
actually,
week.
I got to run out to the bank after the show, so come see me before the day's
Pick
over.
up a pound of 20s, would
That's
you?
it. You know, I'm going to go count my millions, and I'll be back.
But you guys got to get your buckets and hit the calf. I know Nick did that last year.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
You know, spare change, and we'll help you with that. Okay,
Sure.
so we can hit that maybe tomorrow and Monday, Tuesday.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, and again, if you're listening, if you're alumni, you know, if this is near and dear to your heart, you can, swing by school, drop off a check to Kelly or Patty in the main office, and we'll
in the
make
spirit
sure.
of James Michael Curley, give early, give often.
That's right.
There you go.
And we'll make sure Coach gets it. And
We appreciate
well,
that.
that's super. All right, it's in my calendar, so I'll be there. If you need anything, Coach, if I can
Excellent. Sure will.
man the gate or work the foul pole.
You know,
or
I should
something.
use. I'll send you an email today if you could forward that to all the faculty.
Oh,
and
great.
the staff, just an invitation to come out
Yeah.
and be part of it.
That's
Okay,
easy.
that's
no,
super.
no
Rob, you know,
worries
if I
there.
can get a video crew together, you can do the play-by-play.
Okay, that'd be great.
Because I'm going to do the PA announcing.
Holy cow!
I know all the Tiger the Tiger
players, yeah.
Gateway. I'll have to do a little homework this weekend.
Yeah.
Have you ever done play-by-play?
I have actually.
Okay, it's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
fun. It's
just
a
a
good
bit
time.
outside. Yeah, 3-2 count. That'd be great. No, that'd be a great night. All right, what else we got, Chief? I got a crew
gee,
here
I was
lining
gonna
up.
say, there's a whole contingent of bombers over in the right-hand corner of the stage area there.
There were a lot of bombers and one tiger,
at least
lone
one
tiger. Lone tiger in his den.
Hold that tiger.
Oh,
Hold
no.
that tiger. Well, you know.
Here we go again.
I'm guessing that there's sports of some sort on the docket for the superintendent spotlight.
Spring sports highlights, if you will.
Sports highlights. I see our athletic director, Eileen Flaherty, over in the corner there as well. So, Pete, you're going to need chairs.
I got a whole stack behind you.
Oh, that's right.
And Pete, real quick,
Stackables, if you will.
couple minutes to go. You had a little visit this week to one of our partners at
Yes.
Neshoba.
Neshoba,
Yeah.
yeah.
What was your mission that day? What were you
Looking at
exploring?
the television production program. And actually, I think I'm going a little bit further than they are by doing the radio part of it as well. So
Super.
Should be interesting.
And we hope to get that a little bit situated here next year, hopefully.
As far as I know, I'm doing
Yeah.
freshman in September.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Lindsay and I, we had a little brief discussion this morning,
Be
so.
here sooner than later, Pete.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd like to
We're gonna
get
have
some
a
of
whirlwind summer.
the electronics guys to help me wire and document the studio as we're building it. So.
Very good.
We're gonna have a whirlwind summer for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot going on here at the academy.
Growing.
Keep growing. All right, Chief.
Did we forget anything?
I don't
We
know.
covered a lot of territory in our morning meanderings. I just have this overwhelming sense that we left something out.
Yeah, well, we'll be here again next week to fill in the gaps.
I won't be.
You
That's
won't
right.
be.
So, that's right. So, just remind everyone to tune in again next week, where you will not be in the flow with Rob and Joe, but you will enjoy a little slice of heaven with Rob and Kevin. And we encourage everyone to stay tuned for the Superintendent's Spotlight, Your Time to Rap with Chris and Zap. We hope you all have a great weekend, and we will look forward to being with you next week.
Yeah, and good luck to all our skills participants.
That's right. Skills USA, all day, every day.
Bring home the gold.
That's it.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Bay State Dental. Comprehensive dentistry at 14 convenient locations in Springfield, Chicopee, Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, East Longmeadow, Ludlow, Northampton, Greenfield, and Wilbraham, as well as 29 Broad Street in Westfield. Bay State Dental makes it a priority to help you achieve and maintain the healthy smile you deserve. On the web at baystatedental.com.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Barnes & Noble College Bookstore in the Ely Campus Center, offering Westfield State t-shirts, sweatshirts, and gift merchandise, all of your academic needs, and offering textbook materials in new, used, ebook, and rental formats. Available at the bookstore on campus or online at westfieldstate.bncollege.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646. We thank the
He rules the roost on Thursday from 6 till 10. It's Patrick Berry,
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.
And good morning and welcome to Superintendent Spotlight with Zap and Chris on an absolutely beautiful Thursday morning, April 26th. We are broadcasting live from Tiger's Pride Restaurant at Westfield Technical Academy. Pete, I should say it will be beautiful. Right now it's 55 and cloudy.
The sun just came out.
It did. So
I'm looking at the American Red Cross truck. I can see sunlight.
So the streak is...
We'll take it.
We'll take it?
Yeah, because
All
it's
right.
going to get sunnier, like right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're looking at high of 61 degrees, sunny today. Tomorrow, though, the rain returns, it looks like, with 58. But overall, been an interesting spring week. We've had a couple of gorgeous days in the 60s. And then, of course, yesterday we got hit with some rain. And looks like we're going to get some
Much
tomorrow,
needed
too.
because we had high fire danger.
Yeah, we definitely
had.
had high fire danger. Absolutely. So we are... and that was good for the grass and everybody's lawn, too. So, Pete, really excited about the show today. I do want to mention, though, that...
We got so many people, I can't fit them all. I can fit them all in the thing, but, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Dunn over there decides he wants to be antisocial and not look this way.
We can have him turn around, but I do want to mention, though, that the superintendent couldn't be with us this morning. So once again, it's Superintendent Spotlight with Zap and Chris with either one of us not being here. So
Right, yeah.
I don't know. Next week, I guess we have to promise to both be here. So
Okay, well, whatever works.
Whatever works. But we are excited this morning because we do have our athletic director from Westfield High School and Westfield Technical Academy, Miss Eileen Flaherty. Eileen, good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
How you doing today?
I'm great.
Great, and I'm excited because we do 3 shows a year with the athletic department: fall, winter, and spring. And spring sports, it's big time spring sports update today. And who do we have with us this morning? Who do we bring?
Oh, we have a slew of student athletes here from the Technical Academy and the high school. I think I'm just going to have them go around and introduce themselves.
Absolutely.
We'll start here with Brendan. Yep. Just your name and your school and grade.
Name, rank, and serial number there, son.
Brendan LaForest. I'm a junior at Westfield High, and I play track.
Yep.
Chris Boyden. I am a senior at Westfield Technical Academy. I play baseball, and I'm the senior captain.
I'm Cheyenne Slack. I am a senior here at the Westfield Technical Academy, same as Chris, and I am the captain of girls varsity softball.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm a senior at Westfield High School. I am also a captain just for softball at the high school.
Hi, I'm Alex Boschman. I'm a senior at Westfield High School, and I'm the captain and goalie for the lacrosse team.
Aiden Dunn here, senior of the Bombers baseball team at Westfield High, and glad to be here.
I'm Hannah Jarvis, a senior at Westfield High School. I play lacrosse.
Well, thank you everybody for being here this morning. This is great, and we talked a little off the air before, just to kind of get the kids ready today. And folks that are listeners of the show know whenever we do a sports update, which is usually a part of our segment 3 every week, and it will be again from the national sports scene. But when we do a local sports broadcast from the high school and tech academy athletes, we give our student athletes a chance to tell a little bit about who they are, what teams they play for, what their future plans are, how the season's going. So we'd like to do that again this morning. Is everybody ready? Okay, great. So I liked how we did that in order, Brendan. So it looks like you're leading us off, my friend. So
I'm very excited.
all right. So Brendan, tell us a little about yourself. You're, like you said, you're a junior at the high school, boys outdoor track and field. I believe last year you qualified for the New England Championships in indoor track. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, with the 4x4 team.
Tell us about that.
It was a really exciting experience going through the entire process, all the postseason. It just kept getting harder. Racing against harder opponents every time. It was such an experience, and like seeing the improvements that we made as we progressed through the season, it was just mind-blowing.
Yeah. Brendan's had a great couple years. He started track his sophomore year?
Yeah, last year, my
Yep.
first year.
Wow.
And ever since then, he's been to states. You went to nationals even?
Yeah, last year I went to New Balance Nationals down in North Carolina.
Oh, just New Balance Nationals?
Yeah.
That's all? Tell us about that, too.
Oh, that was crazy. Seeing the competition there, it was really eye-opening of how like other parts of the country, how amazing they were just outside of the Northeast. Even though New England's was amazing, but Nationals was just such an amazing trip.
Individually, what's your best race? Right. Or your favorite?
Oh God, my favorite. Probably the 400 for outdoor. I've ran that once this year so far. We haven't had many meets because of cancellations and weather, but I'm excited to improve upon that from last year. Made it to Western Central last year, I think.
Yep.
For indoor, I love the 600. It's so rewarding when you finish because you're feeling dead afterwards.
Well, that's a long, right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just a long sprint.
That's a long sprint.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep. So I'm looking to improve upon the 400 this year.
So you mentioned you haven't had many meets because of the weather. How many meets has the track team had so far?
I think they've had 3,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I've been
boys have had
to
3.
I've been to 2. I ran the 400 once. I did a hurdle event for fun. Ran an 800 and 4x4 at this past meet.
Awesome. How's the team doing?
The team's doing pretty well. It's great seeing everyone improve as we keep going through the season, and I love the heart that just everyone puts out there. Just to see how much they try every single time. It's moving.
No, I'm glad you brought that up because one of the things that we talk about all the time that's one of the great things about interscholastic athletics is not only do you get to work together as a team to face common challenges and try to solve common goals, but you mentioned the improvement, right? And seeing that not only in yourself but in your teammates and I always tell the teams I coach going way back, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Okay, and it is a long season, and believe it or not, we still have the whole month of May, and you've got early June, and then we've got all the tournaments that we begin to qualify for. And you talked about all the different meets and opportunities, but again, it's really about improvement. It's really about going forward with your best step and finishing strong. So I love to hear that you're already seeing improvement with the team and this early on, even though you've only had a few meets.
Yeah, definitely. And looking back at last year, like the beginning of outdoor season, I never would have thought I'd be at nationals at the end of postseason. And this year with the new people on the team, I'm just excited to see what we can do this year.
Absolutely. And you're a junior, so you've got one more year left of school. But I understand that you're already getting some calls, some recruitment opportunities about running in college.
Yeah, that's right.
Very mum on that. That's okay, but that's
He's
great.
still trying to figure out what he wants to do, but
Yeah,
Sure.
still looking at all my
academically,
options. Yeah.
Right,
academically,
absolutely.
you know what you want to do.
Yeah, definitely physical therapy.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah, really interested in that.
Great. Awesome. Thank you, Brendan. Chris, how we doing today? Good morning.
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good. And Chris, you are Westfield Technical Academy's captain for baseball and a catcher.
I am.
Okay. So tell us a little about yourself. I believe you're in electrical wiring as a shop here at the Tech Academy.
Yes, I am.
So tell us how that's going, how the team's doing, what's your outlook this year for Tech baseball?
It actually looks pretty decent for us this year. So far, we are 3-2.
Good.
We're 2-0 in league.
Excellent.
And we've been getting some pretty big wins. Tuesday, we ended up winning, I think it was 21-4.
Wow.
Against Duggan Academy. And most of the team is actually doing really good. It's not just we're depending on one person to score all the runs, get everyone out. Everyone's contributing.
Great.
And actually, getting hits. Multiple people are getting multiple hits a game. So,
excellent.
No, it's awesome.
Excellent.
Chris had an injury at the end of last season, which was tough, but
Yeah.
thankfully he's back in full gear now. So
I wouldn't necessarily say full gear, but I'm chugging along.
yeah, but it's good to have you back. I know we were
I'm glad to
worried
be
at
back.
first, but
Well, and anybody who's ever been a catcher before knows the grind that is
yeah.
day in and day out in baseball.
Yep.
It's in my opinion, and I never caught, but as a former player and as a manager and coach, that is the toughest position on the field. Other than and being a pitcher is pretty tough too because you control the game. But being a catcher, I mean, it's a difficult situation, and your body takes a beating. Yet you're still right. It's still your job to control the tempo of the game with the pitcher. Oh yeah, and you got to swing the bat a little bit too. So it's
Exactly.
definitely a tough position.
Yep.
So. Team's off to a good start. How are things going in electrical wiring? How are things going in shop?
They're going good. I've actually, for this whole year, I've been out on co-op.
Excellent.
Over at Goodless Electric out of West Springfield.
Beautiful.
So I'm out working on some pretty big jobs.
what type of stuff do you do?
Right now I'm actually running 2-inch conduit for new services over at Northampton Arts.
Nice.
So we're putting in, I think, 3 new sub panels. So
Wow.
pretty big job. And then we have to run a whole bunch of branch circuits off for a whole bunch of their new rooms and everything they just added.
That's outstanding.
That's awesome.
It really is. And after graduation, is that you're hoping to get a job in that field relatively soon?
Yep.
Or?
I've already talked to my boss, and I'm going to be going full time with them once I graduate.
Oh, congratulations!
That's awesome.
That is
And
outstanding.
then I'm going to work to get my license, so I'll just have to go to night classes. I don't necessarily have to go to college.
Right.
Just night classes, so I'll get out of work 2 days a week, head over to wherever I choose, and then just 3 hours there, and then once I get the amount of hours, I'll be able to go for my license.
That's
perfect.
absolutely fantastic. So, not only is the baseball team off to a good start here at Tech, but sounds like you've got a great opportunity heading your way, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice job. Nice job. So right now we are up against our first break. It's 9:17 in the morning. Again, broad Superintendent Spotlight with Zap and Chris, although just Chris today. Broadcasting live from Westfield Technical Academy's Tiger's Pride restaurant. 55 degrees. We'll be right back.
Underwriting for community radio is provided by the YMCA of Greater Westfield. Every day, the YMCA strengthens the community through programs and services focused on youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. For all the Y's many programs and services, visit us on the web at www.westfieldymca.org. The YMCA, 67 Court Street in downtown Westfield. We're more than a gym. We're a cause.
WSKB's programming is generously underwritten by Whip City Fiber, Westfield Gas and Electric, where they offer gigabit internet speed. Whip City Fiber, turning Westfield's neighborhoods into fiber hoods. On the web at whipcityfiber.com.
We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
And we're back with Superintendent Spotlight with Zap and Chris, broadcasting live from the beautiful Westfield Technical Academy Tigers Pride Restaurant. Here with our annual spring sports show with Athletic Director Miss Eileen Flaherty and her outstanding group of student athletes. But we've got some great upcoming shows too to let you guys know about. Next week is a transition update. As everybody knows, our school district is in flux, and next year all of our 5th and 6th graders will be going to where North Middle School is located now, and all of our 7th and 8th graders will be going to where South Middle School is now, and of course our elementary schools across the district will be K-4. So next week, our hosts are actually Mrs. Denise Rosala and Miss Paula Siglowski from Central Office, and I'm going to flip and go onto the other side and be a guest, Pete, again.
Yes, I know. You guys are all interchangeable now.
Yeah, we're all, right. So, but I'll be a guest next week, which is interesting. But on May 10th, we're going to have State Representative John Velas as a guest. And then the next 3 weeks after that, we're looking at students from our Tech Academy, Career Point, and we're trying to get Olympic gold medalist Casey Bellamy on the show during the month of May. And then we head to June, and believe it or not, Pete, there's only a handful of shows left after that.
I know. Then you guys have that summer off thing. That
we don't have the summer off.
Neither do I.
Right, but the show.
Yes.
Right. Thank you for confirming that. So Tigers Pride Restaurant, Thursday, April 26th. Big time menu today. We've got soups, baked potato chowder or beef goulash, fresh garden salad. Broiled shrimp Caesar salad. That doesn't sound too bad. And our entrees today are chicken carbonara and broiled flank steak. Absolutely come down to the Pride today, folks. Support our students in our outstanding program that we have here for culinary. It really is the best deal in town. And in terms of Westfield Tech Academy Horticulture, their annual spring plant sale, May 8th through 12th. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of that week, the 8th through the 12th, and Saturday 9 to 12, unless they sell out, come to the Graylock Street entrance here at Tech. There's going to be hanging baskets, tomatoes, peppers, squashes, cucumbers, anything you can think of, annuals. The kids in horticulture do an outstanding job, so come out and support a couple of our shops here at Tech Academy in terms of horticulture and culinary. So we're back, and when we left for break, we had Brendan and Chris did a great job on segment 1, telling us about how the teams at the high school are doing in terms of track and field and at Tech and baseball and what they're up to going forward. So, Cheyenne, it's your turn to tell us how Westfield Technical Academy softball's doing, how you're doing as a senior in auto tech, and what your future plans are.
Oh, I am ready. So,
Great.
a little nervous, but I got this. I can do this.
Absolutely.
So far this season, it's actually going really, really well. Like, we're 2-1 right now, and previous seasons we haven't been at a good start. In the beginning, we always waited kind of towards the end to do some winning, so we're actually getting ahead on that, and I hope it continues to go, and I think it will, because we're actually starting to gel together as a team. We're not like Chris said, we're not relying on one person to do all the work. We're actually all kind of contributing into one main thing, and that is to win.
Great. So the team's off to a good start. I understand last year you were all Western Mass second team. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm hearing you're developing into a little bit of a power hitter lately, huh? A couple of home runs recently, or what?
A couple.
Pretty modest too, huh,
Yeah,
Miss Flaherty?
very modest. But
Last year, I think I had 7 home runs.
Wow.
So I'm hoping to get a little 8.
All right, so we're trying to get to. But that's outstanding. And you're also in our auto tech shop here at Tech Academy. So tell us how that's going. What your future plans are.
shop's great. It's kind of hard. I'm the only girl in there, like at the senior class, so like that's the only hard thing about it. But other than that, it's going great. I'm treated just like the guys. Like I'm expected to do just like the guys do. Like there's no sexist thing about it, and which is great. And they're trying to get me on to co-op, so where I can be in the parts department, which will be great. But when it comes to college, I'm actually changing what I want to do. I want to become a physical therapist.
Oh, wow. Great. I thought we've heard that before, haven't we, Brendan?
You
right?
know it.
So, but again, physical therapy also it can go in a couple of different directions, right? And I believe you can go into athletic training with that too, correct? Or
You can, and there are athletic training majors too,
Right.
but physical therapy, that's an interesting switch.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people are like, why are you doing that? I'm like, well, my freshman and sophomore year, I was like, yeah, I'm going to own my own shop. I'm gonna do something. But then last year, I was like, you know what? This really isn't for me. And like, I want to do something with sports too. So I was thinking of either majoring in sports medicine or physical therapy.
Awesome.
And I just want to like stick with sports because like I honestly love sports.
Absolutely. And going back to the team for a minute, you said you're off to a pretty good start. Do we have tournament aspirations this year?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. Great. But have we had many cancellations for Tech Girls softball, or have we been able to play all our games as scheduled so
We've
far?
had a few rescheduled.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been like that with everybody, right? I mean, we really have had a tough spring.
Yes, Chris.
That's Mr. Rogers there, Mr. Dunn. But way to jump in. Nice work. So no, but that's outstanding. Glad Tech is off to a great start. And so moving from Technical Academy softball, we're gonna move to Westfield High School girls softball, and we're gonna have Haley Moniz, senior Westfield High School pitcher. And Haley, welcome back. You've been on the show before.
Yes, I have.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Good. I'm not
Better than last
gonna.
year.
I'm not gonna say much because you just achieved an incredible milestone on Monday. Did you not?
Yeah.
Tell us
I
about
did. Okay. So I got 300 career strikeouts on the mound. I did not strike out as a batter 300 times, just to clarify.
Right.
That would have been bad. No, I struck out 300 batters in my whole career. So.
Congratulations. That's outstanding.
Thanks.
Wow.
93 more.
93 more.
We're looking so we have a record.
She's got 307. though. She's working for 400.
She's looking for 400, right? Do we know what the record is for?
I do not know.
Right.
off
We
the
got to
top of
find
my
the
head.
record books for softball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Do a little
pre-
bit of writing.
That's pretty impressive.
Thanks.
It's very impressive. So, looks like you're heading to Wesley College next year to play as well.
Wellesley College.
Wellesley, I'm sorry. Did I read that wrong? I
It was
apologize.
like a cross between Wesleyan and Wellesley.
That's right.
That's okay.
So tell us about that, and tell us about what your plans are if you're playing softball there.
Yes, I am playing softball there for Coach O'Mara.
Very nice. So how are the girls? What's the team off to in terms of a start right now?
Right now we're 2-5, but we are hanging in with like every team that we're playing. So we're showing that we're capable of beating all the top teams. We just need to actually do that.
Right.
So
Right.
Our defense, as soon as we get our defense solid and locked down, we'll be okay.
Well, and that's a great point because and if you play baseball or softball, you really need all three aspects of the game working simultaneously,
Yeah.
right? You need to be able to score runs, but you got to prevent runs, right?
Mhm.
And that really what it boils down to. You need your pitching and defense to be solid because the momentum is really next day starting pitcher and can you catch the ball? I mean, that is a huge thing in baseball and softball.
The unique thing, though, in softball is you can pitch the same pitcher more frequently.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got a little bit more control there, but so I know Haley's been on the mound a lot this season.
Yeah, all 7 games.
All 7
That's
games.
great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, and that's just a testament to what you've been able to accomplish. And and academically, what are you looking to study next year?
I'm looking to go into political science and possibly minor in like stats or finance.
Awesome. Anything else we want to add on girls softball? Because it looks like
I think both softball teams are doing well. They I know the coaches are real happy and positive and looking forward to getting some more games in.
Trying.
Yeah.
We've been canceled out a lot, and we've played like our first 2 weeks of the season were. I'm positive they were like sub 30-degree weather, and it was not fun.
Right. Well, and we talked about that off the air. You know that baseball and softball, they're not. I mean, none of these sports really are cold weather sports. Lacrosse, I think you might be able to get away with it a little bit more, right? But no. Anybody who knows who pitches or plays a position on the field where you've got to pick up a baseball or softball and throw it, you can't grip the ball when it's that cold. You're swinging a bat, right, in that kind of temperature. What happens to your hands?
Think of a soda
What happens
can.
to your hand?
Think of a soda can coming
It
out.
hurts, right? It hurts.
Baseball,
Right. Well,
softball,
think of a
keep the hand
soda.
warmer
Think of a
going.
soda can coming out of the cooler in the midsummer. How cold it is in your hand.
Right.
That's a baseball bat.
Yeah.
This time of year.
Absolutely, and nobody wants to be on a baseball or softball field and see snow or mist coming down
gosh, no.
at all.
Not at all.
It's not.
That's how our first
It's
game
not a
got
moving
canceled.
sport,
It snowed
so.
Right.
on like the Wednesday of our first game, and then we played on Thursday.
I was watching the Yankee game last night. They were home last night against Minnesota. Sorry, we're not on to segment 3 yet. But there was so much fog and so much cold and mist at the stadium that the players were saying they could not see the ball hit into the air. They couldn't see the upper deck, right, of the stadium. So it is not designed to be played in this kind of weather. So there's real no surprise that you've had this many cancellations. Yeah. So how has the state handled that?
The MIAA, and especially for how hard hit the eastern part of the state got with all the weather and the storms, the MIAA pushed the seasons out a week. So instead of ending like mid to late May, things are end of May, beginning of June for all the seasons. So it'll be interesting as everything kind of plays out. So I know with baseball and softball, the seasons end June 4th. Lacrosse is May 31st.
Right.
And track, they just got extended
Till
a day.
whenever
so
I
it's
stop
the
losing.
22nd.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
so.
Very nice. But turning from softball and going to lacrosse, we have a couple lacrosse players with us today. And the first is Alex. And Alex, tell us about Westfield High School boys lacrosse. You're the keeper. And can we play lacrosse in colder weather?
Unfortunately, we can. Luckily, I get to wear sweatpants. The ball hurts a little less when they're trying to hit me with it. Yeah, we've played some colder games this year. We played in rain. We played in some snow. But it's still going pretty good. We're off to a good start this season.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the team's record like right now?
Right now we're 6-1, and that only one loss was a loss in the last minute of the game against a high-powered New York team. So we're not too upset with our start.
No, not at all. And speaking of cold weather sports, though, Alex, I do need to let our listeners know in case they don't know. You were all Western Mass second team in hockey this past year, and you scored the game-winning goal in the Western Massachusetts Championship game.
Yeah, that was a pretty awesome moment. It was pretty surreal just to be there, and then to score the goal was just incredible.
It was incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That was on his birthday.
Yes. Wow.
It was.
Yeah,
It was a
so.
pretty awesome present. One of the best parts was after the game, the entire crowd saying happy birthday.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. Also, it was somewhat funny.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but going back to lacrosse, I believe you've got a pretty big matchup today, I believe.
Yeah, we have our rival Long Meadow today. It'll be a good game. We're looking forward to it. We practiced all week. Everyone's ready. Everyone's excited, and we're hoping to take them down.
Well, this is a rematch of last year's Western Massachusetts Championship game.
Yes, it is, and it just makes the game even bigger, but we're trying to think about that. We're trying to think about just today as a game. We want to go into it. We want to win this game. We want to come out hard. Trying to just forget about last year, in the back of our mind, just going hard, come out with a win.
I really like that attitude because, it's nice for the listeners to know that this is a rematch of last year's Western Mass Championship game, but the attitude the team seems to have is this is just another game on our schedule. It's another stepping stone to where we need to go.
Yeah, exactly.
One game at a time, one day at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. So next year, it looks like you're attending LaSalle College and you're going to play lacrosse.
Yeah. I committed over the fall. I'll be going there next year out in Newton to play for LaSalle. And I'm going to go there for sports management. I'm actually really excited.
Awesome. All I can say is congratulations, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
No, he's been pretty excited about it. Alex is actually a student assistant in our office this year, the full year. It's been quite an experience.
Yeah.
He's been very entertaining. So, but knowing that's what he wants to do for career to get into sports management. Hopefully he's learning some during his time there. So
Yeah, it's a great field to go into. So it really is. For a long time, that's what I thought I might be doing too. Is I thought at one point I wanted to be an athletic director or be in sports management. Funny how that changes. But I'll tell you what, just looking at your accomplishments, looking at the team's accomplishments. You said your one loss this year was to a team from New York, not even from Massachusetts.
Yeah, they were just some North team that they're a great team. It was an amazing game. We had the lead for most of the game, and it just came down to it just being a tight game, and they ended up scoring a lucky goal at the end of the game. And nothing we could do about it, nothing to be upset about. We played an awesome game, probably one of our best games of the year.
Right, and for those folks who don't know, whether you're a goalie, regardless of whether it's hockey, lacrosse, or soccer, you have a different perspective on what's going on in the field.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knows when the goalie makes a mistake. And I want people to understand that, or they think the goalie's made a mistake. It takes a special person with strong mental focus to play those positions. It absolutely does.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, just being in that, it is one of the biggest things is the mental part of the game.
Absolutely.
Whether or not you're going to get upset about a goal, and whether or not you're going to show it that you're actually mad about it, or if you're going to just forget about it and stay calm and stay excited. Because everyone knows if you're upset, and that kind of is a demeanor to the team. If you're upset, they're going to see that, and they're going to play down to that. But if you're all hyped up and you're ready to pump up your team and ready to go and just act like it was just a goal, oh, let's get the next one.
Right.
Then they're going to see that, and they're going to take that as momentum and transfer it and keep it going.
Absolutely, and you build teams in lacrosse and hockey and soccer from the goal out. So you're doing great work over there, Alex. We're proud of you guys. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Outstanding. I'd like to save a couple of our student athletes for segment 3. We're going to talk a little Westfield girls lacrosse, Westfield High School girls lacrosse, when we come back, as well as Westfield High School boys baseball. But before we break, I just want to let our listeners know that, as we go through our transition in Westfield Public Schools for next year, we still are accepting school choice applications, right, for people who would like, if you live out of the district and you would like your students to attend Westfield schools, we still have openings for school choice in grades 5 through 12 only for next year. So again, school choice openings are grades 5 through 12 next year, and our applications can be found on our district website. Pete, we are looking at our second break, and we are looking at 55 degrees and still cloudy, but again, we're looking at a potential of 61 degrees with some sun today. We'll be right back with Superintendent Spotlight with Zap and Chris, again, broadcasting live from Westfield Tigers Pride at Westfield Technical Academy.
I just can't wait till the day when you knock
programming for community radio is provided by the YMCA of Greater Westfield. Every day, the YMCA strengthens the community through programs and services focused on youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. For all the Y's many programs and services, visit us on the web at www.westfieldymca.org. The YMCA, 67 Court Street in downtown Westfield. We're more than a gym. We're a cause. Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Commercial Distributing Company of Westfield. Now in its third generation of family ownership, Commercial is one of the premier beverage distributors of Western Massachusetts. The Plasek family and the staff of Commercial Distributing wishes you good times throughout the year and urges you to drink responsibly. Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here. We thank the generosity of our underwriters. For more information, please contact the Westfield State Foundation at 413-572-8646.
It's Tuesday morning from 6 till 8. Wow, it's Tuesday with Bob Plass.
Community Radio
89.5 WSKB. Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
And we're back with Superintendent Spotlight with Zap and Chris and our weekly rundown of all things national sports related. We start right here, though, right in the American League East, our weekly update of the standings. And Sox are at 18-5, my friend. 4 games ahead of my Yanks, 14-9. Yes,
that's
very
right.
simply put.
We
yes.
all thought the Yanks would do better by this time of the year.
Well,
but,
they've won 5 in a row, and again, baseball not being a cold weather sport, off to a tough start. Right,
it's
Mr.
a long
Gunn?
season. Yeah. It's a very long season.
Cold weather doesn't seem to be affecting the Reds.
Oh, okay. Well, that's because they've played most of their games in warm weather climates and stadiums. But we have a long way to go. Oh, Betts, what a season he's having so far. It's almost Aaron Judge-like.
Another
it's incredible.
nice. Game.
Yeah, unbelievable. I love how they're just jumping in. This is great.
Nice.
But speaking of on a national sports scene, though, tonight is a big night for NFL fans because it is the NFL Draft, the first round from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. My New York Giants, either fortunately or unfortunately, have the number 2 pick. The Jets with the number 3 pick, and the Pats have the number 31 pick, which is what happens when you lose the Super Bowl. You get that second to the last pick. So, but an outstanding. I mean, they really are an incredible franchise. I'm sure they'll find somebody at number 31 that's going to help them immediately. But how about the NBA playoffs, though? Celtics and Bucks tonight, right? That's Celtics have a 3-2 series lead in that series. The winner of that series is going to move on to play the Sixers in the Eastern Conference. And in the NHL, big win for the Bruins last night, right, everybody?
That's right.
Right? Huge win, 7-4 over Toronto. They win the series 4-3. They're on to face their old friends, the Tampa Bay Lightning, right? One versus 2. It's going to be a great series. So, but coming back and talking local sports. All right, we have again. We're gonna move on to Westfield High School baseball. All right, a sport near and dear to my heart. A program that I once coached in a long time ago. It feels like at this point. But we're gonna welcome Aiden Dunn, pitcher and outfielder from our Westfield High School boys baseball team. Aiden, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, tell us a little bit about what's going on right now, currently with Westfield High School boys baseball.
So at the beginning of the season, we had a little bit of a slide. We started off 2-4, but we had a really good win Tuesday against Pope Francis. So we're 3-4 right now, and the guys are really starting to clash well. And we're getting some timely hits, and we're picking it up on defense. So we're starting to look good.
Great, and again, we're hearing a common theme, right? Starting to pick it up on defense, and Haley mentioned that too, right? Being a huge part of the game. It really is an underrated part of the sport. You can hit the ball all you want, but you need people to field the ball behind you, make routine plays, and that's how you win ball games. Because there's only how many outs do we get in a high school baseball game for our team?
7 times 3, 21.
Yeah, we get 21, right? And those are precious outs, folks. So in girls softball, how many outs do we get? 21, right? Precious outs, right? So be able to make those plays behind us is huge. So we're off to a decent start in baseball, but the team's loaded with talent, though, I believe, right? And and you're trending upward. So when's our next ball game?
We have one today at Ludlow at 4.
Weather provided?
Weather provided. The weather
Right?
looks good today. It's just
No,
the
it
field
does.
conditions from yesterday. so.
Absolutely, field conditions. So what kind of start are you off to?
I'm doing pretty well. I had a couple pretty good pitching outings. I've been doing all right with the bat. It's just I actually got a Super 7 nod for baseball, and so haven't been seeing many fastballs.
Well, I was going to say I was just going to mention that you were Mass Live preseason Super 7 for baseballs, which means you're getting a steady diet of breaking balls and changeups, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Very rarely am I getting a fastball. So.
Right, and that comes with the territory.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So and that's just good. That's good scouting and good pitching on the other club.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. So, but baseball's not your only gig, and folks know Aiden is a 3-sport athlete at Westfield High School. Soccer, basketball, and of course baseball. And this past year, all Western Mass first team for basketball, an honorable mention for soccer. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Thank you.
so tell us a little bit about the soccer. Quick synopsis of soccer. Quick synopsis of basketball.
Soccer. We didn't have that too much talent, honestly, but we all worked really hard, and we just missed the playoffs, but it was a lot of fun. We just went out there and had fun and competed every game. And then basketball, we were really solid. We lost to Central in the Western Mass semifinals, who went on to win the Western Mass.
I was gonna say they were the champion.
Yeah, we
right.
had
So no shame in that.
A lot of skilled players on the basketball team, and the basketball season was a blast. I think we finished 13-7 in the regular season.
Right. So, and next year you're attending Eastern Connecticut State University and to play baseball.
Yeah. Yep.
And what are you looking to study next year at EastCon?
I'm gonna be majoring in health sciences, and then if this surprises anyone in here, it's on the track to be a physical therapist.
Very nice.
Or a chiropractor. So
now that's the third student athlete that we've heard mention physical therapy on the show today.
I think they have a great appreciation for those that treat them and in having injuries and kind of getting through that. So
Electrician, that's where it's at.
yeah, electrician's pretty good too. But I think being very successful athletes that they are, I think they see firsthand the importance of those positions and being around students that they can help. So
yeah, absolutely. So things are looking up for the baseball team. Congratulations on all your accomplishments.
Thank you.
Good luck in the game today.
Thanks.
And we're gonna bring another really good student athlete onto the show right now. Senior Westfield High School girls lacrosse, Hannah Jarvis. Hannah, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And Hannah, just so our listeners know, this past fall, all Western Mass field hockey second team.
Yes.
And tell us a little bit about how girls lacrosse is doing.
Well, right now we're doing pretty good. We're 3-1. We just played Northampton and beat them in overtime.
Outstanding.
Yes. We have a lot of high expectations this year because last year we did so well. So this year we're hoping to go get far in playoffs this year.
Great.
Yes.
And what position do you normally play?
I play attack.
Excellent.
Yes,
So
score.
Right. So you're looking to score goals where Alex is trying to keep the ball out of the net, right? You're trying to put it in the
Going
net.
for the record this year.
Tell us about that.
So last year I got my 100th goal.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So the record for the Westwood High School is 232 points overall.
Overall.
And I have 175 right now. So I have to get a couple more.
Yeah.
But last year I got 82 points, so I'm trying to do the same thing I did last year. Get the school record.
she's right on track, but
Yeah.
they know that she's good, so
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
really has to work at it.
But again, that's something that as high school athletics evolve and the more publicity and the more stats and data that are out there, right? We know it, and as coaches, we send other people out to scout other teams. That just comes with the territory. So there's a lot of mutual respect there.
And she can handle it.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep.
And Western New England University next year to play
Yes.
lacrosse. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
That's outstanding. What are you looking to study?
Psychology. I want to be a kid psychiatrist when I go there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You like working with kids? then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yes.
I don't know. When I hear psychology, I kind of want to stay away.
Well, no, but it's there is a need for that.
Yes.
There's a tremendous need for it.
She'll be great.
She will be great, and it looks like the girls are off to a good start.
Yeah, big game tonight.
I was going to say you're playing this evening, right?
Yes.
And why is it a big game?
So for the past 3 years, East Long Meadow has been like our biggest competition in our
Yes.
league, and we've gone back and forth the past 2 years. So my sophomore year, they beat us by 2 points both times, and last year we beat them by 2 points both times. So tonight's going to be a very physical and hard game.
So we've got a theme with lacrosse, right? We've got big matchups today,
Yes.
right, for both boys and girls lacrosse. You know, I do want to mention one thing because, you know, you're not just athletes. You're student athletes. The student part comes first, and it really is amazing. And I'm really proud as a member of Westfield Public Schools to hear about what your future endeavors are, what you're currently doing in school. Does anybody want to talk about the demands on your time in terms of being a student athlete, and what does it mean to dedicate all this time to the sports that you play, but knowing you've got to keep your studies up and you've got to keep your grades up if you want to get to where you want to go, right? Hannah, you want to talk about that a little bit?
It's hard, but it's worth it. I think at the end of the day, sucks getting home from off the bus and it's 9:30 and doing homework, but it's worth it all.
Aiden?
Yeah, I would say what I've done mostly is try and use class time wisely, because you're not going to get much time out of school to focus on your work. So you got to get that done. Then you have practice, and then you want to go to the gym too. So you try to get your work done in school.
Absolutely. Anybody else want to comment on that about Cheyenne?
Especially here at the Tech, when you're in shop and then you have class the next week, and then you're an athlete, it's actually hard to keep track of all your academics and your shop week stuff that you have to do. But like everyone said, in the end, it's all worth it to play the game that you love.
Absolutely. And
I can add on that being add on. I
Go
can
ahead, Chris.
add on about the shop, because I've been out on co-op, so I mean going to work in the morning and then having to either get out early or sometimes not even being able to go to the practices or something, because my work needs me to stay there to
Sure.
get the job done. That's kind of hard to manage, but again, it is worth it. So, but I try to get out early so I can be there for my team, because I'm the senior captain. Of
course.
Everyone looks up to me, so it's hard, but it definitely is worth it.
And the coaches work with you, and I know you're setting an example in a different way
Correct.
of what commitments and priorities, and that
Yeah,
you're trying to
'cause
do
it's
both.
The freshmen, when they're a senior or even possibly a junior, because I was out partially through junior year, when they become juniors, seniors, they'll finally realize that, I get to go out and work and not just be in school.
Yep.
So they'll want to do the same thing I'm doing right now, because you're actually out making money. So, but
And I think when you're playing the sport, all your school stress and work stress kind of goes away. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
your
definitely.
outlet kind of. So I feel like.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was how I always felt. I
Yeah.
always felt that way as a player, whether it was in high school or in college. That time on the field, or that time, as Aiden mentioned, in the gym, any type of physical activity was a way to help relieve some of that stress. But at the same time, if you don't manage your time, you can end up overwhelmed. So the great thing about being a student athlete is you do learn those time management skills, and it's good to learn them at an early age, because kids, when you get out into the real world and you get into the workforce,
oh, trust me, I'm
that's
already
it.
there.
Time management is what it's all about, right, Miss
Yeah.
Flaherty?
Yeah.
Anything you want to add before we close the show? It really has been an outstanding show. This is a outstanding group of students representing Westfield High School student athletics.
No, I couldn't be more
And
proud.
Westfield Tech, I might
Yeah,
add.
I couldn't be more proud of these students and what they've done with their teams. And you look at all of them, and yes, Brendan's just a junior, but he's still learning his ways. But the leadership that these students have provided to the teams that they've been on, and how much they care about those teams and want to see them succeed, it's it's great. You couldn't be more proud.
Absolutely, and the last thing I'll say, and we only have a couple minutes before we have to go off the air, is, and kids, you're living this now, but for someone who's been around Westfield as long as I have, and even way before me, there is a pride and there is a sense of program and a sense of unity with Westfield sports, whether it's the high school or Tech Academy. You're following a long line of people that have a great deal of heart and a great deal of respect and a great deal of, and I used the word pride already, but there's tradition that comes along with being a Westfield High School baseball player, for example, or being a member of the softball team, or track, or lacrosse. There's history and tradition. You're following in other people's footsteps before you, and whether you realize it or not, there are people following you and watching your games and looking up your statistics in the paper daily that you might not know are, because they were once a part of that program and once a part of that tradition.
Yeah, no, I think everybody in Westfield Field's a part of all the teams here, and it's great to see, and you see them coming out to games and supporting the teams, and everybody's always welcome to come out. We'd love to see you there.
And all our spring sports schedules are posted on our high school's websites.
Yep, and through the MIAA and the MIAA app, if you can download it onto your phone and get all the games at your fingertips.
Well, on behalf of the Westfield Public Schools, I just want to wish all of you the best of luck for the remainder of your seasons, for the remainder of your time in our Westfield schools, and good luck to you in your future endeavors. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Folks, have a great week.
Former Westfield High grad Mike Nielsen standing by in the studio.
Mike, we're bringing it your way. Everybody have a great week. We'll see you next Thursday for Superintendent Spotlight with Zap and Chris.
Live from the campus of Westfield State University, this is 89.5 FM, WSKB, Westfield.